guys, welcome back to a brand new video on my channel. My name is Udeme, and this channel is all about podcasts, books and stories. I want to say a very big thank you to everyone who watched the previous video where I did a would you rather challenge with my friend Favor. Thank you for watching. If you've not watched, please watch, and also very important, subscribe. Let's get those numbers up. So thank you very much for tuning in today. If you're brand new, welcome. If you have been coming before, welcome back. So today, from the title, I'm sure you already know, I'm going to be doing a first time tag. So what is a first time tag? It's basically answering a bunch of questions on the first time that you did something. I've been seeing it going around and I was like, okay, since I'm trying to be consistent on YouTube, I'm just going to answer some questions. Let's do 15 questions. So, I'll try to mix it up a little bit. The first question is the first app you check when you wake up in the morning. When I wake up in the morning, after doing undoables, it has to be Instagram. Yeah, it has to be Instagram. Because I'm very active on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, this is a plug. I'm going to put my Instagram handle over here. Do the needful and follow me. If I check your page, I like what I see, I'll follow you back too. So yes, Instagram has to be like I think it's one of my most used apps. Let me check this for now. Yeah, that's be Instagram. Definitely Instagram. Okay, number 2 question. First broken bone. I've had a okay, yes, I have had a broken bone before. I was in what I want to say primary school, because I can remember I was sitting in a Ibom in 18, and there is this oh my god, this is a story. Okay. So anyway, so what happened was we were a bunch of kids in the compound. It was like a compound with 3 families, and we were playing, and we had this I think the fruit is called, I just found out it's called sour sop. I want to believe, I'll put a picture of the fruit somewhere so you know what I'm referring to. We had that tree in our compound, and we always try to climb up to the tree to pluck the sour sop anytime. Sour sop, oh my goodness, I'm disgracing myself. Let me Google the pronunciation of that that fruit. Sour sop, I want to believe it's sour sop fruit. It's very nice. It's like soft inside with this brownish or busy black seeds. It's there. So we had this the only thing we had to climb on to be able to get to the fruit was this table that had a broken leg. It was not completely broken. So when I was small, I was considered tall. This life no balance. But anyway, I was considered I was a tall kid. I was the kid that was growing fast. This life, they really washed me. But anyway, I climbed the chair to try plucking the fruits. Before I could get to the fruits, the chair that we were managing broke completely. So I fell down to the floor. And when I fell down, everybody started laughing. We all laughed. And then I wanted to stand up because I had fallen on this hand. I wanted to stand up, and I realized that I felt pain. I could not use this hand to raise myself. You can imagine the situation. So I was not screaming. I don't want to scream, but I was screaming that my hand. Everybody thought, because we used to play pranks on each other a lot back then, everybody thought that I was just kidding. They were laughing. Stop, come on, stand up. I was like, my hand. I screamed. My senior sister then came out. She was like, what's wrong with your hand? That's when everybody realized that something was really happening. They now managed to pull me up. I could not, I was holding my hand like this. It was terrible. It was a very painful experience. I remember they had to bring a nurse to come, and every day they had to massage the hand, move it into position. It was such a painful. So yes, that was my first broken bone. I went on a rampage there, but yeah, that was my first broken bone experience. It was not fresh at all. I can remember anytime they wanted to massage it, I was always crying. My mom would be like, if you don't massage it now, you want your hand to be like this, you just kind of things just to motivate me to allow them massage the hand. It was extremely painful. The fruits, we did not eat it. Everybody dispersed. No more play that day. You see this life, kids don't listen, but whatever. So that was my first broken bone experience. First makeup item. I don't know if this is the first makeup I bought or first makeup item I used, because the first makeup item I used is powder. Everybody had white powder, right? rub it, lip gloss. But the first makeup item I bought with my own money was in university, because I had one of my mom is one of those moms that back then we have an aunt that she was into makeup at a point in time. Like, she used to have palettes of eyeshadows. Eyeshadow was the reigning thing back then. Eyeshadows and all of those good stuff. So we'll go try to, my mom would wait in the parlor with wet handkerchief to clean it, rub it off for us. But the first time I ever bought makeup, it has to be, I want to say lipstick. Yeah, because at the time the eyebrows were not really a thing. It was lipstick. I had different colors, black, green, purple. So there's nothing I've not done in terms of like I can't even believe this, but yeah. Lipstick has to be the first makeup item I bought. Unilag, my first year, I'm guessing. The next question, I don't know how many I've answered now. I think I've answered 3. Yes, I want to believe I answered 3 because I don't want to exceed 15. The first time I ever got into trouble at home and school. At home, it's really uncountable. I can't really count because I can't remember the first time. Let me not lie. Like, there were so many situations. Is it stealing of meat from pots? Is it oh my goodness, like there's so many situations that I got in trouble for. So like in school, I can remember, okay, one time that stands out to me was I was very bad with biros. No matter how many biros my mom bought for me, like I would always miss. And I can remember one day my mom was so pissed one day that I came back from school. They dropped me off. The first thing, she was waiting at the door for me. She was like, show me your biro. And I was with none. She was like, oh yeah, start walking back to school. Go and bring me that biro. And anytime they ask me, I always say, it's in school. Obviously, it's lost. My mom would give me another one. I would go. But that day, she was so determined. I think she beat me. No, she not beat me. She didn't beat me. But she was like, oh yeah, go back to school. And our school was far from our house. I started walking, like I knew the way mentally. In my head, I always thought that, oh, if I had to go back to school for anything, like I can find my way to school. Until the reality dawns on you, like, do you know, I started walking and I kept expecting my mom to call me back. I kept waiting for her to call me back. My mom did not call me back. Our neighbors came out, they watching me go back. Udeme, where are you going back to? I was crying. I think that was actually a worse punishment than my mom beating me, because I was used to beatings, I guess. But yeah, when I reached the end of the street, like almost to the main road where like bikes flew by, my mom now said someone to call me back. She now gave me a serious one. I don't think I misplaced my Bible any after that any time. But so there were lots of situations. Even the time I fell down from the tree, like taking of guava, like so many situations. So I really cannot give a first time for like that I got into trouble at home or school. I got in trouble a lot, like a lot. First time you were allowed to put makeup on. I don't think till today I'm still allowed to put makeup on. Like if my mom had a choice right now, like if she could make this decision for me, I'm sure she wouldn't want me to put on makeup. So I don't think there was ever a time that it was allowed, but it came to a time where she could not do anything about it. Like we're grown enough to make our own choices. She had already done her part, so whatever we decided, there was really nothing she could do about it. So I don't think we never allowed. My mom would be like, oh, it's okay, you're allowed to do makeup. My mom never ever. So okay, my first cooking experience, I want to say the first time I cooked was rice and beans, like this concoction rice. Not concoction, like it's more of a jollof kind of rice and beans, where it's not this white rice and white beans and with stew. More like rice and beans with like palm oil. It's very, very nice. I think that was the first time I made it. I made it well. I remember myself, I was trying to boast that I can cook. Myself, like, because you can cook one thing doesn't mean you can cook. Oh. Then I remember going to university year 1 and I tried to make stew and I put crayfish inside. It was a mess. I threw everything away. But my first cooking experience has to be rice and beans, even though my sister was supervising, but yeah. My first internet activity has to be JSS2. Like I remember we had this it was not email, Yahoo Mail kind of thing where you can chat with people. So we used to go to, like, we had a computer lab or whatever. So we go there, the guy will allow us to be signed up. We'll now be chatting with each other. We are all in the same room, but we're just excited because we don't know anybody from anywhere else that we could chat with. We all chatted with each other. It was also interesting that I opened my first my Facebook account. I can remember. So that was probably my first internet activity. My first language, Ibibio. I believe Ibibio was my first language. Yeah, Ibibio. My first YouTube video is still here, actually. it's a mess. uh, well, I think it is mostly because when I came on YouTube like and posted videos, I didn't plan on like posting this kind of videos where I record for YouTube. It was I recorded videos for Instagram recommending like podcasts for people to listen to. So I thought to myself, okay, instead of like deleting the video and letting it go to waste, why don't I just I wanted to use YouTube as a storage like platform, but clearly now I'm here for the Basbo's recording. So that is what happened with that. So my first video was like a recording or for like recommend I recommended a podcast. If you go down, I don't have too many videos, you'll still be able to see it. Okay. The first book I remember reading, no, I, do, I can't. It's not going to be specific, but I just know that a lot of the first time like I got into reading was lots of romance novels going around in secondary school. So Mills and Boons, Harley Quinn. I think I've read a lot of those books. But the first book that um like I can record in my head that this was when I got into like reading books proper, like I felt like a grown-up reading, was I think my SS1. I remember I had this family friend that came to the house. She came with her mom and she came with a novel. So the romance novel, so I stole the novel from her bag. I took it from her bag like playfully, like I knew she would not be offended. She was like a very friendly kind of person. So when I finished reading the novel, I now took it to church and gave it to her. I told her that I'm the one that took it. They're like, we've been looking for the book. She was like, that's when she recognized that I had an interest in reading like books. So she introduced me to, she gave me this Mark of a Lion trilogy. Kemi is her name. Shout out to Kemi. She's the one that introduced me to Christian novels. She was like, she tried to swap out my interest for romance books with, amazing like Christian novel. So she gave me the Mark of the Lion trilogy, the first of the series. Hadassah girl that was taken from the jail. Forgotten the Voice in the Wind. I think it's Voice in the Wind. I can't remember the exact titles of each of the book. So when I finished one, she would give me the second one. When I finished the second one, she would give me the third one. So that was the first book experience that I can remember vividly. The rest, the first time I ever read a book, it's modeled. The first person I talked to today, my friend Favor, I'm staying here with her, so the first person that ever broke my heart. Nobody has broken my heart. Yeah, I believe this question is like more romantic. It has my heart has never been broken. To the point that I even wonder if you can. Of course, it can, because like whenever I lose people that are special to me, I yeah, my heart's it's terrible. So, but in terms of like romantic things, it has never been broken and it's never been. Jesus' name, amen. The first text I sent today, I did not send like a proper like text message text, but I did WhatsApp message. I think I replied to a message, someone asking if I was okay, something like that. The first movie I remember seeing, ooh, oh, I wish I could remember it. Oh my goodness. It's Nollywood. We watched that movie over and over again because it was the only movie that we had for a very long time. When like VCDs came out, was it VCD, the one with the big black chunky cassettes? Can't remember. Eukarya, no, not Eukarya. This woman, she's no more acting like that. And Pet Edochie acted it, where this woman snatched. God is young also acted, where her and Pet Edochie were married, and this lady now used jazz to snatch is it Tony Umez, their son, from his wife. Oh, that was the first movie that I can remember vividly. The the first the first thing I do every morning, the first thing I do when I wake up is use the restroom. Okay, well, yeah, the first thing I do every morning actually when I open my eyes is just lie down, and in my heart, I just thank God. I'm grateful for a day, grateful to see this new day, that kind of thing. I just like before I properly do any kind of prayer or reading Bible or anything, that's the first thing I do in my head consciously. I'm just like, oh, it's a new morning, thank you, Jesus. Those kind of sweet nothings like you said to God. So yeah, that's the first thing I do every morning. The first time I got in a fist fight, I think there are very rare occasions where I had like a proper like fight. Apart from the fight I had with my sister, like when we were growing up, like we had a lot of clashes, but Else than that, I think the first time I remember actually fighting someone who was not my sister was a family friend that I lived with. I lived with her, so it was like a situation. It's if I think of it now, it's like ridiculous. Like it's not something I can do now, like ever. Like you cannot push me to the point where I'll properly like fight you. Like I don't know, it's not possible. I think I'll walk away. Yeah, I think you literally have to like hit me first, which is what happened in the situation where I got in a fist fight for me to react like that. But that's something that I cannot fathom right now. This was 2010, 10 years ago. So yeah, no, 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 no. I'm too grown. Okay, first foreign country you ever visited? You guys, Cotonou. Does Cotonou count? Because Cotonou. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Yeah, Cotonou is the first foreign country. Like, what do we classify as a foreign country? A country that's not yours, right? So, Cotonou is my first foreign country. I've never been outside, like, overseas. So, yeah, Nigeria. Wow, I need to travel. It will happen all in good time. Now, my first ever cell phone. Oh, this is a good one. My first ever cell phone was like there was a cell phone where I shared with my sister. So we had this Samsung one that was big and it was long, like it had this pole on it. So I shared that with my sister. Then from there we now shared a Motorola. That one spells they got us a Motorola that me and my sister shared. Anytime a call enters, who do you want to speak to? Would you remember Otto? Anybody will hand over the phone to. But the first one I ever had by myself was an Itel, like these small phones. My dad got for me after I think I finished SS3, or was I saying SS3? I think I finished SS3 before I got that phone. Yeah, I was so excited. My goodness, I went to go to my school and find people using Nokia X2 that had like bigger screens and all of these functions, and I was like, what am I doing? Well, yeah, that was my first cell phone. But I was very grateful when I got it. I was like excited. When I now got my own X2, people now moved on to BlackBerry. Like, catch on. Do you understand? But yeah, those are some of my first time experiences. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do not forget to subscribe. If you've not still subscribed up to now, you are wrong. Press that subscribe button. I want to get to 100 subscribers before the month ends. So please subscribe. Leave a comment for me if you enjoyed this video and give me a thumbs up. Thank you very much, and I hope you guys have an amazing month. I'm going to be posting videos as constantly as I can. It's just to record these videos and then to edit. But yeah, those are just excuses.